Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I'm welcoming my Leo friends and spirit in for your October reading for the week of the 13th through the 19th. The first thing that we'll do is show you the reading that we have laid out here. I've already cleansed, prayed over, shuffled, and selected the cards from the decks that we'll be using just to try to shave a little bit of time off of these readings. And then we'll talk about the astrological influences that we'll be feeling this week. All right, this is the layout that we have for your reading this week. I have 5 questions that the cards are going to be answering, and the cards that I've selected for the answers are the Cosma Visions Oracle, and then we have the Forest of Enchantment Oracle and Tarot. They're companion decks that go hand in hand together. We'll be using those to answer the questions. But first, let's talk about the astrological influences that we have coming up for us this week. We start this week with the moon conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, forming a grand trine in the sky with Mars in Scorpio and Saturn in Pisces. And with this kind of an aspect, self-examination, deep conversations, and taking action are all encouraged. Meditation and reflection are also favored, but avoid ruminating over anything that qualifies as not my circus and not my monkeys. Worrying about global events during this aspect can lead to a sense of hopelessness, so do take good care of yourself if you find yourself indulging in watching any news about global events. If you spend twice the amount of time that you do on that sort of thing, on taking care of yourself. This trine is a reminder to recalibrate, and today in particular is a great day for you to take a relaxing bath or indulge in any sort of self-care. The biggest shift this week is Venus entering Libra, one of its home signs, on the 13th, which is today. Venus also creates a kite formation with Pluto in Aquarius, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, and Uranus in Gemini. All of this has the effect of highlighting relationships. Saturn can add a sort of a somber tone to the mix that may leave some of us feeling left out. So let the Sun and Venus in Libra exalt themes of harmony and inclusion. And just notice if there are people that seem to be feeling like they're on the outskirts. Invite them in. If you're the one that's feeling a little left out, invite yourself in and just trust that you will be welcomed. With Pluto and Uranus in the mix, the best use of your energy is to try something different and creative rather than falling into any sort of self-pity. Without abandoning your own values, acknowledge that others live in their own priorities just as you do, and have discussions with people about those differences. Those could be very illuminating. They could foster deeper connections with those people that you're having the conversations with, and ultimately can help you grow. At the end of the week, on the 19th, Mercury and Mars are forming a conjunction in Scorpio, creating another grand trine with Jupiter and Saturn. These aspects do support determination and focus, which I'm very much looking forward to, and the unusual capacity for both big picture thinking and attention to fine details. This is an excellent time to write up a business plan, do any kind of writing actually, or create social media content. Keep in mind that while Saturn is encouraging of discernment, it can also awaken your internal critic. If you find yourself noticing the inevitable problems that there always are, either with yourself or with others, then be sure to come to the conversation with solutions and kindness, or don't join the conversation at all. Finally, during this grand trine, the Libra Sun opposes Chiron, which can cause old wounds to resurface. This also, though, does present the opportunity for healing and growth. The key this week is to focus on what you can actually change or control without assuming responsibility for anyone else. Okay, so now we'll talk about your cards, Leo. The first question that we'll be asking of the cards is, what does this week have in store for me? And the answer from the cards is going to be the Central Oracle card, because it has this cute little door that I want to open. So behind the door is what the week has in store for you. And the answer that we get is the Bower of Dreams. This is a number 32 card. And this is the same card I think that Pisces got as well. And it's just such a pretty little description that I want to read it to you right from the book. Number 32. Okay, so the Bower of Dreams. Hush, step lightly as you bend to peer into this tiny bower lit by the glimmer of fairy light. The queen has withdrawn from her dances and delights to slumber in this favored spot, lulled by fragrant blossoms that draw her toward her dreams. On a soft bed of moss, she drifts off to the sound of delicate harp music, tinkling chimes, and an occasional soft laugh. Her attendants are nearby should she want them, but in her bower her sleep is peaceful and trusting, and what dreams may come. So the advice from the oracle says, let the world get on without you for a while. You need your beauty sleep. That is, a sleep that restores your ability to see the beauty in your waking world. Create a bower where you can receive your dreams, rest and replenish, and emerge from your bower ready to rejoin the dance. So for this week, it sounds like Spirit has in mind for you a week of rest and rejuvenation, and maybe even zhuzhing your bedroom and giving a little bit of a refresh so that it's all peaceful and cozy and ready for restful night's sleep that you want to retreat to. Now, the next question is the gift from the universe. And the card that we get for you, Leo, to answer that question is the Keeper of Visions. The Keeper of Visions is similar to the King of Cups. And in this particular deck in the Enchanted Forest, it is captured as a salmon, but the idea is of the King of Cups. And this is, let me read a little bit about this particular Keeper of Visions in this book. The Keeper of Visions is a shapeshifter. He's a wizard whose Piscean aspect embodies ancient salmon wisdom. Legend has it that the salmon is the oldest of all creatures and has memories reaching back to the beginning of the world. In fish form, his cooler emotions allow for compassionate detachment. On land, his kind heart can overflow into grief at the world's cruelty. On the whole, he prefers to observe events from a distance rather than getting directly involved. His motto is look below the surface. Seek him out when you need counsel on any mystical matter. If this card doesn't represent a particular person, it can mean a time of withdrawing from emotional turmoil and seeking peace. It also indicates like words like contemplative, act rather than active, calm, wise, compassionate, not easily flustered, charitable, emotionally stable, and faithful in love. So that is the gift that the universe is giving to you, is this opportunity to, retreat, and also have this emotional control, and calm and repose. So what do I have to empty my hands of in order to receive the gift is the next question that I have. So often, let's say you're walking along and you have your hands full of things, but somebody wants to shake your hand in greeting or they want to give you something, you've got to put something down. Or if your calendar is overly full or your mind is overly full, in order for the universe to be able to give you this gift that that you have asked for, there needs to be a space for that gift to go. And nature loves a vacuum, so there needs to be some empty space. And what you're being asked to let go of is the fairy wind. The fairy wind is a similar feeling and energy as the chariot in the Rider-Waite deck. And so you're being asked to give up the need for speed. You're being asked, in order to receive this gift, to be able to rest and rejuvenate and to have this emotional, calm compassion filling your heart, you need to give up that sense of urgency that things need to be moving and changing and going right now. That you need success this very moment. That's what you're being asked to release this week. The next question is, how will I approach this letting go? What help is available? So how are you going to do that? And the card that you receive is called the Mystic, which is nice because, your last card just said to, if you need any assistance with mystic matters, then you have it. And then now you're being told to let go with the approach of the Mystic. And the Mystic card is explained in this book. Find that. This is very similar to the Queen of Wands energy. The Mystic shows up when you have acquired certain knowledge that needs to be shared. In a reading, this card suggests that you may know more than you let on or realize. It may require courage and determination to speak your voice, but your views on a situation are crucial to a group understanding. This high pedestal may make you feel isolated from others, so come down and share with those around you. Courage, determination, and wisdom are key words of the Queen of Wands or the Mystic. The Queen of Wands is a very charismatic sort of character. She's you, actually. She is fiery and creative and energetic and bold, and she is willing to learn as she goes. And so that is the approach that you'll be taking when it comes time to letting go of that need for speed, is you're going to take that creative approach and get people on your side. Now, the final piece of advice that we have is the question is advice or support from spirit. And the card that you receive for this question is the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder has come up for another one of the signs as well. I don't remember which sign it was, but the Pathfinder is similar to the Page of Pentacles, and the book has this to say. The Pathfinder is someone who always reaches their goals, and they're straight to the point. There's no time for games. Their eye is on the prize. This can be good in a reading, especially when you are unsure about the outcome of an event. Don't spend any more time worrying about it. The victory will be a gift from the universe, so be diligent and ambitious with your plans. If you follow the boldness of the Pathfinder, you will achieve greatness. So the advice or support from spirit is to just, be bold. Continue being bold. Believe and achieve. And kind of release any sort of attachment to outcomes and trust that the universe has your back. So there you have it. It sounds like a great week, and especially a week that involves some probably well-needed rest for you. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so if you like this kind of content. And that way I'll show up in your news feed or your YouTube feed when I produce new content. And with that, I will wish you a wonderful week, Leo, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.